fitness industry is making a lot of money off of your confusion. New programs, new splits, new terminology every few months. And I feel like if you follow any of it online, you feel like you're always missing something. Interestingly enough, the research hasn't changed nearly as much as people want you to think. Some useful science has come out. It definitely has, and I will cover that today. But what actually works has been the same for quite a long time. I find that most people don't need more complexity, they need less so they can actually go do it. Quick note before I start this video, this is for the average person trying to feel good, perform well, and actually stick with something, okay? Which is the vast majority of you. This video is not for elite athletes with very sport-specific goals. If you just want a strong, capable body without wasting your time, keep watching. Let's cover the foundation here, right? 5 movements, that's it. A squat, a hinge, aka a deadlift, Romanian deadlift, whatever you want to do, okay? A push, pull, and a carry. Those 5 patterns, done consistently, builds real functional strength. Keyword on functional. They recruit a significant amount of muscle, and they transfer to real life. And they give you the most return on your time. The isolation work, the curls, lateral raises, leg extensions, those are fine. I do them, but they're secondary. Build the house first. Don't spend 40 minutes furnishing the walls that don't really exist yet, okay? So, how much and how often? All right, this is where most people overthink it. Good research has shown us that total volume per week is what drives results. How many sets you put in per muscle group across the whole week, that is the main variable. Not which program you're on. I mean, that does matter, okay? I just want to be clear. This is not hating on certain programs. Pick one that you feel comfortable with and that you think is working for you, but we'll get there, okay? That's a little bit later in the video. It's also not how many days you train, just the total work done. Around 10 sets per muscle group per week is a solid target for most people. You can do more. There is benefit to that. But past a certain point, the returns start to flatten out relatively significantly. Twice per muscle group per week is genuinely the sweet spot for most people. Most programs are actually built around this. This isn't done because it's some like magic number either. It's because splitting your volume across 2 sessions just works better than hammering it all down in like one insanely long session. 3 days a week handles this very well for most people. Upper, lower, then full body. That's the split that I usually like. Everything gets hit twice. Nothing's ever done. If you want 4 days, upper, lower, done. Sessions don't need to be super long. 45 to 60 minutes of like real focus is usually enough. 30 minutes, do it. Only have 10 minutes today? Still do it. 10 minutes beats 0 minutes every single time. Do not, and I've emphasized this for a long time, let the perfect session talk you out of even attempting. Again, I cannot exaggerate this enough. 10 minutes beats no minutes every single time. If you want a program already built for you, I do not do that. But I really like Jeff Nippard. He's a content creator and fitness expert. He puts out, in my opinion, some of the most science-backed programming that I've come across. I have no affiliation. I don't know him. He does not know I exist, most likely. I just like pointing people to really good stuff. I also think his programs are pretty affordable. So let's talk about some more things that actually drive progress, and this is really important. I really don't feel like this is talked about enough in the fitness industry, probably because it doesn't sell programs, but progressive overload, that's it. That's really the main concept of all these programs. I mean, yes, the programs are usually built around it, but people really like to reinvent the wheel a lot of times and sell a new program. It's just kind of weird to me. But essentially all this means, if it hasn't been explained to you before, is that you gradually make the work harder over time. More weight, maybe a few more reps, but genuinely choose just more weight. You can add some more sets if you want to, but again, usually people just increase their weight. This can be nuanced to your situation. You'll learn more about it as you go, but it doesn't really matter, okay? As long as you're demanding more from your body as you keep going. Your body adapts to stress. When the stress stops increasing, adaptation slows down. Simple as that. You may be just starting out, and if you get to the point where you can put a 45-pound plate on either side when you're doing bench press, that's great. That's awesome. And then you eventually do that for a little while, and that becomes very easy to you, but you never increase the weight, you're not going to keep seeing significant gains. So track your lifts, Write them down, use an app, whatever works for you. Just know what you did last week so you can try to beat it this week. That habit alone will outperform any crazy program telling you to do something different. Also, want to be clear that don't hurt yourself. Know your limits. Try to do this intelligently. One thing that I also feel like is underappreciated is push your sets close to your limit. Not necessarily to failure every time, but close. Research is very clear that the proximity to your limit matters. If you're coasting through your sets with the weight that you could do 20 more reps of, you're probably not doing much. Maybe that's a great warm-up, but you shouldn't be doing that for your working sets. Full range of motion matters significantly. Yes, form is very important. Who would have thought? But your muscles respond better when they are challenged through the full stretch. Do not cheat the bottom of your squat or cut your rows super short just because you want to use heavier weight. So let's talk about cardio, or daily movement, as I like to call it. Walking daily, period. Do not do this as a workout. I mean, it is, but just don't consider it that way. It's not something you schedule if you don't need to. Just part of how you move through the day. Try to do it with no headphones. Let your mind wander. Enjoy your life. Your nervous system will thank you more than you realize with that. It's like a bonus. I tell people a walk a day will genuinely change your life. It doesn't have to be something you'd go drive to if you have a good place where you can walk near your home. Just get 15 to 30 minutes in. Seriously, it'll change your life. Beyond that, do cardio that you actually enjoy. And I genuinely mean that. There is no magic cardio. I'm sorry. Yes, there are more things that are more optimized. Like 30 minutes on the Stairmaster is incredibly effective. But if you hate it every single time, you are not going to do it consistently. Play pickleball, swim, play tennis, do martial arts, hike, go for a run if you enjoy that. I personally don't, so I do other things. I like racket sports. It's just what works for me. The best cardio for you is the kind that you actually keep doing. Consistency will always beat the perfect workout that you only do 3 times and quit. I also think it's important to talk about how exercise changes your brain and your body. When you lift weights, your muscles release something called BDNF. That's brain-derived neurotropic factor, okay? Think of this as like, what's a good way to put this? Fertilizer for your brain. It supports neuron survival and growth. It enhances synaptic plasticity, and it is directly tied to memory, focus, and your ability to learn. Consistent exercise, both resistance and cardio, raises your BDNF over time. So when you skip the gym, you're not just missing a workout. You're missing a very, very powerful neurological compound that your body magically produces on its own. It's wonderful. This is why I constantly push back on the idea that exercise is just about how you look. It's not. It changes how you think, how you regulate emotion, how resilient you are under stress. I've watched patients transform not just physically, but mentally in incredible ways once they just started moving consistently. One thing that I really want you to avoid, take this as just genuine advice from me to you. Do not start program hopping all the time. There is always going to be a really good social media post that is perfectly put together about the newest, best program. Look, just find something consistent and do it. Yes, there will be times where you can try new things, but that's not every few weeks, okay? That's like over long periods of time. The other thing, don't chase soreness. Soreness is not a good measure of workout. Data consistently shows us this. You can be absolutely wrecked and just be like very adapted, okay? Look, progressive overload is the measure. My other bit of advice, don't skip the basics because they're boring. Squats, deadlifts, if you can do them properly. Rows, presses, they're not exciting, but they work incredibly well. The industry keeps inventing new things because boring basics don't sell programs anymore, but it's important, okay? Also, don't undervalue your sleep and your nutrition. Your body doesn't build the muscle while you're in the gym. It builds it when you recover. Again, your body doesn't build the muscle when you're in the gym. It builds it when you recover. Poor sleep, low protein, doesn't really matter how hard you train, you're not going to get good results. So here's the challenge. Wouldn't be a Dr. Matt Jones video if we didn't have a good challenge, right? For the next week, pick 3 days. Hit the movement patterns I discussed here, okay? Find you a good program that works. Try the one I recommended. Again, I don't know them. Just try it. Track your weights. Walk every day. Move in a way that you actually enjoy at least once. Like go play a sport or something. I don't care. Do what you want to do. That's it. Nothing insane. Just the fundamentals. but do them with intention. If you want to go deeper in this, much deeper than I can go in a quick YouTube video, and you want the full blueprint, check out my book, From Dole to Doctor. This is how I rewired my brain and body to thrive, and how you can too. How I went from a student who was needing tutoring 5 to 7 days a week just to get by and do average, to someone with a medical degree, 2 master's degrees, one of which they got simultaneously during their medical degree, thriving social media career, wonderful relationships, in shape, genuinely a life that I love. I don't say that as a flex. I say that because I know you can achieve it. That's why I do what I do. It took 3 years to make sure this was right for you. So please check it out. I think it can change your life. It's in all formats. I will link at the top of the description. If you want my free 30-day blueprint, because I want to meet people with where they're at, that's also in the top of the description. I will link that for you as well. Check it out. If you found value in this video, and you want more awesome videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification icon so you don't miss another life-changing video like this. I drop one a week, sometimes twice a week. I don't want you to miss it. If you found value in any of my content, share this video with someone that you love and care about. It's the least that you can do. It's completely free, and it can change their life. And as always, I'm Dr. Matt Jones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.